A lot of, people, within them folks community really actually have a romanticized version of slavery and what it really was. Some of them feel that slavery was actually pretty good for black people. Case in point, I want you to listen to this particular Karen here and what she has to say about slavery.
Yes, but there's so many people living off of the government handouts, and that is not that much farther away from slavery. When they were a slave, they were given housing, food, clothing, medical care. The people asked them to work. Yes, there were landowners that were violent and mean to some of them, but there were others that were humanistic.
Yes, and this woman, ladies and gentlemen, really believes what she's saying. She's very, very convinced that slavery was not that bad. It was just, hey, comparing it to welfare. But what she needs to make sure to say is that welfare is received more by white people, not black people. Because if that program was benefiting black people solely, that program had been gone a long time ago. Because they do not have no programs. They're going to keep going that benefits us and nobody else, period. Now, this woman is the same type because, they have this obsession with the plantations. They love to visit the plantations. They love to go get married on plantations. Yes, they go to Louisiana and some of the plantations over there, and they plan whole wedding ceremonies, getting married on a plantation. This is why I pray that every time they go to a plantation, the spirits of the ancestors curse them. I pray that those people are cursed for stepping foot on that land because a lot of our ancestors lost their lives on those plantations for no reason at all. Some worked to death, literally. Some were beaten to death. Some were killed. People were, you talking about trafficking. That was the greatest trafficking event in history. They were, buck breaking the men, violating the women, violating the children. Yes, they will violate children on these plantations constantly, okay? I mean, you think Epstein is the only one, right? But yeah, these people want to go over there and get married on plantations.
Yes, but there's so many people living off of the government handouts, and that is not that much farther away from slavery. When they were a slave, they were given housing, food, clothing, medical care. The people asked them to work. Yes, there were landowners that were violent and mean to some of them, but there were others that were humanistic.
A lot of people like her, she wished they had a time machine so she can go back into that time period when black people was in their place and black people couldn't check you. And black people couldn't, have what they have today. Trust me, they have just dreams about what would it be like if I could be during the slavery time. I'm telling you, that stuff is evil. There's no way I'm going to justify any evil event in history. No way. But I'm a human, and white supremacists are demons. That's just the difference. But let me know what y'all think about, what this demon is saying, because that's exactly what she is. She's a demon because slavery was a demonic event in human history.